differentiate yourself, if you don't create that unique competitive advantage, you're no different than anyone else. And if you don't create that know, like, and trust relationship, if you don't build rapport, if you don't show compassion, if you don't have empathy for your potential client, they're going to select somebody else. And this isn't just business to consumer practice, this is business to business as well. When your business owner calls you and he's fuming mad about a deal that's going south, he wants someone that understands that. He wants someone that has compassion. When you get someone that calls you and says that their intellectual property is being infringed upon or stolen, they want to know that you understand that and you appreciate the importance of that to them. So this applies to every single practice area, not just the ones that make you sad. There are plenty of those, but everybody that's calling you has a problem. 8 of your firms didn't even say thanks for calling at the end of the call. Simple. Thanks for calling. We're glad you called us. Thank you for the opportunity to help you. Simple, yet only 8 ever thought of doing that. By the way, if your person on the phone ends their call with no problem, get rid of that, okay? It's thank you. It's thank you. It's not no problem, it's thank you. Here's some more from this room. Person answered the phone, law office. That's in this room. The recording came on that said that the office was closed due to inclement weather. I chose an option to leave a message, and when that recording began, it said, message is not recorded. Some of you have, by necessity, phone trees. Some of you have after-hours messages. Some of you have overflow messages. Make sure they work. Many of them don't. I cannot tell you how many attorneys I've called to leave a voicemail that says, this voicemail box is full. Okay, I'll call somebody else. Okay? People are impatient. They're going to go someplace else, and if they're not already committed to you in some way, they're going to go someplace else. Receptionist was pleasant but unhelpful. She kept pushing me to leave a message. I asked about a web page, and she told me to Google their name. I misspelled the firm name to see if she would correct me, but she did not. She also never got any contact information from me. Is that person helping you get new clients? Is that person helping you get the return on investment of your marketing dollars? Not at all. They're trying to do a good job. They're trying to do what they've been told to do, but they haven't been told to do the right things. Here's some more. I asked her at a website, and she had to put me on hold to look it up. Very, very common. We address this a lot. We see this a lot. They put us on hold to look it up. They should know it off the top of the head. Here's a tip. Write it out. Put it by your phone. If it's not easy, put it by your phone. She asked for details of the accident. I told her that I was rear-ended by a commercial truck and that they were cited for innocent driving because he was texting on his phone. Her first question was, how fast were they going? I told her it was fast enough to break my collarbone, damage my neck, my head, my knee, and put me in the hospital. Her next question was, did you hit any other cars? No sympathy, only cold, robotic questions. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. Does that work for someone who's calling for help? It does not. It does not. All right, let's look at some more of these. Anybody scared about seeing the results yet? How many of you think you did a great job on this? Anybody? No? Where's one? Yeah, you're open. What's that?
I spend a lot of time with my taking, so I'm curious to see how they do.
Excellent. Well, good. At least you're focusing on that, and that's good. Listen, but got to tell you, everybody has a bad day sometimes. It's what you do consistently. Okay? So you're right to be leery, and we're not here to judge you, and we're not here to make anybody mad. We actually had a gentleman who was so angry about this, he went on a break and fired somebody. No, not a good choice. Not a good choice. And of course, we had someone else who denied it was his firm. You know, he came up to Adam on every break, took out his form. This is not me. It's not me. Yeah, it is. Intake person constantly interrupted and spoke rapidly. I didn't get most of what she said. I finally got off the phone without her finding out who I was or how to contact me. Listening is huge. Just listen. when you have to, but listening is important. And if you're gonna interrupt, make sure it's for an important reason. Excuse me, I really want to hear all this, but who am I speaking to, please? My name's Gil. Gil, what's your last name? Shuga. Would you spell that for me? Sure, it's S-H-U-G-A. Great. And Gil, what's the best phone number in case we get cut off? Or my phone. All right. Tell me more about what happened. Gil, can I get a phone number so I can send you some information about this that might be helpful to you? Super. I asked who I was speaking with, and she said the receptionist. I asked again, and she said that she wasn't allowed to give me her name. She wouldn't have been colder if she was sitting in a bucket of ice water. I would not call back. Yeah, it's not us. Oh, no, that's not us. Now, lest you feel like we're picking on you guys, we do this once a month. We get lots of other results. Let me share some of those other results with you. You can't read this one, let me read it to you. Asked if they had a website I could look at. She says, I don't know what it is, but you can just Google car accident attorney, and there are plenty of sites for you to look at. Google car accident attorney, what are you going to get? Everybody else. Everybody else. She thought she was being helpful. She was not. Asked her for a website. She put us on hold for a minute, came back, and gave us the wrong website. Now this is interesting. We looked it up, and it was for a competitor in the same building. We dug further into this one, and you know what we found? This was an office suite set up where there were multiple injury attorneys in the same office, and this was a combined receptionist for all of them. And guess what? The competitor was paying her under the table to funnel the best cases to them. Sometimes you can't avoid being in an executive suite. It's a good place for some people. If you're in that circumstance and there's any way for you to get your own phone number, do it. Eliminate this kind of problem. Make sure it's your phones that are ringing. People are coming directly to you. I told the receptionist I was referred to by the firm by another attorney who said I have a good case and needed a great attorney. Great, we're glad you called us. Thanks. Who can we thank for sending you to us? She said, I'm sorry, we aren't accepting any new clients. Gets better. When we told them this was a business dispute, we were a high-dollar real estate investor, and this happened to us on a regular basis, and we would spend about $100,000 resolving these problems, she said, I'm sorry, we're not accepting any new clients. Yeah, but I was told you guys are really good, and I'm ready to get going and pay money. I'm sorry, we're not taking any new clients. How many of you would turn down a $100,000 client? Anybody? You shouldn't. Make room. Make room. You know those $9,000, $10,000 clients you have? You can get rid of those guys. Okay? When we asked, why should I hire your attorney or law firm, most responses were, I'm not sure. Or something like that. Our attorneys are pretty good. Some of them are really smart. I believe he has 20 years of experience, but you can go on the website to research us. What's the website? I don't know. It's not the firm names. I always forget. Here's my favorite. Well, why should I hire you? Well, our attorney seems to know what they're doing. There's one more. I'm not sure I would. We actually got that response to the question, why should I hire you? I'm not sure I would. Now, these aren't in this room, but yours weren't a whole lot better than these. Whose fault is this? All right? All of yours, okay? As business owners, you have to know what's actually going on in the firm, not just what you think is going on or what they tell you is going on. Now, told you we graded on a 10-point scale. Every office, if we didn't get someone, we called 3 times trying to get someone. If we had to leave a voicemail, we did. We preferred not to. Nobody scored 100% in this group. Nobody. The average score was 45%. What was that? 2 firms scored 0. 0. 1 firm scored 10. And only 11 firms scored 50% or lower. Or rather, all